Welcome to this week's episode of This Is a Place podcast. My name is Matt,
My name is Brandon.
My name is Nate.
and I wanted to wish you guys a National Fresh Breath Day. So there were so many good days to choose from. I'm also going to say it's National Root Beer Float Day, but I decided to choose Fresh Breath because it's topical right now
Why?
because of Happy Gilmore 2.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
The bad breath was like a subplot.
that was one of the worst subplots of the movie.
Yes.
It had no, was it just to say that the energy drink they made was bad?
I don't know what it
Like
was trying to say.
they kept referring to it, and I was like, is this guy a demon? And it's going to be revealed that he was a demon this whole time, and they could tell because he had bad breath.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I
But
know Nate
anyway,
didn't like the movie. Well, at least the second half of the movie. I liked the movie. I enjoyed the movie. And I know a lot of people did not like it, but I thought it was pretty good. But there were some dumb things like the bad breath runner. I thought it was pretty stupid.
yeah.
Have we
But
talked
overall, I
about
liked
it
it.
on the podcast yet or just in our group setting?
We have not talked about it on the podcast yet.
Okay. I mix up when we've had podcast conversations or just in person, but my take on Happy Gilmore 2 is the first half of the movie is really good. And they should have kept with that kind of feel, and then it got really silly, like unrealistic for the second part. But it still had all your slapstick Adam Sandler jokes, and
It was probably the best thing we could have got for a Happy Gilmore 2.
I don't think so. I think we could have made it better, but
Really?
yes, I think he should have followed the same formula and kind of changed up the jokes, made them more modern, something along those
That's
lines. But
exactly what he did.
did he? Yeah, because I know
They
I've
followed the same. It's the same
that's
movie.
true. It's true. I mean, they do have. Is it called Holy Moly or something like that? The miniature
Mm-hmm.
golf.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of. It was like Holy Moly meets regular golf. And then I
Yeah.
was like, okay, this is weird. So I guess it was kind of realistic, but not. And maybe that's what it should have been. It should have been Happy Gilmore 2 has to go win like the national miniature golf tournament because he can't putt, you know? But in this movie, apparently he can hit balls out of the sky. So he's. How is he not like the top golfer ever if he can do stuff like that?
Maybe it was the top golfer ever.
All I'm going to say is if you really want to see a nostalgic movie, let's go see Naked Gun.
Mm.
That's the best movie I've seen in a little bit.
I was surprised by your review of that. I thought it looked well, and I've never seen the original Naked Gun, but I saw it and I was like, this
You've never
looks
seen Naked Gun?
dumb. No, I've never seen Airplane either.
Are
What?
you serious?
Yeah, I know.
Ouch. You don't have to have seen any of those movies to enjoy the new Naked Gun. You just have to know the type of movie you're going to, so you're not caught off guard. But it's been a long time since I've seen the Naked Gun movies and Airplane for that matter. But just take that humor and then add a little bit of Seth MacFarlane's humor. If you don't like Seth MacFarlane, then you're gonna hate the movie. But I was borderline thinking the first half hour and like, oh my gosh, this might be the new Dumb and Dumber. For as far as making me laugh so hard in the first screening of it, and then it kind of dies off. It's kind of like Happy Gilmore. The first half is really good, and the second half kind of slows down, but still a good movie.
I probably won't see it in theaters, but I will see it as soon as it's streaming.
Will you? You promise?
I promise.
Okay. I also saw Bad Guys 2 without really seeing Bad Guys 1. So,
And was it good?
Bronco says it was complete cinema. Something like that.
I love that review.
He
My
loved it.
kids
So
love Bad Guys, and we're excited to go see Bad Guys too.
okay, if I mean, I was kind of paying attention a little bit to Bad Guys the other day when we were watching it, so I kind of got the idea. I think the second one was better.
Well, that's good.
So
I'm excited for Weapons.
Looks
yeah,
creepy.
It looks very scary. Some say it's one of the best scary movies of all time.
well, aren't they saying Together is like the scariest? Even though I haven't.
Together.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know about that one.
That's out, and it has what's his name? Yeah, Together with Dave Franco and his wife. From the
Hmm.
previews, it looks like they like kind of start melding together or something. I don't know. But by watching the trailer, like when I watch trailers like movies like Together, I'm like, oh crap, this looks like another one of those shoot, what's the one made in Park City?
Hereditary.
Yeah, like movies like that where you're just like everyone's like thinks it's amazing, and I'm like, no, that's what Together looks like. It could be like one of those type of films. But yeah, you're right. Weapons does look fun. So I'll go see that one. But when I did go to the movie theater today to buy my tickets, I did find $20 bill in the parking lot. What do you do?
Going back to Happy Gilmore, it was something I watched in my youth. So watching a second one was kind of like, put you in that nostalgia back in your youth. Just like when we went to Lagoon in our youth, in our younger years.
Great transition, Brandon.
Thank you.
In our
What?
youth, specifically ninth grade.
So we got a couple things to talk about. We got to
Yeah.
talk about ninth grade. Ninth grade Lagoon Day. That's got to be. Does everybody in Utah participate, or is
It's
there
like
is there a point that's so far south that you don't go to Lagoon because it's just too far away?
it's the equivalent of graduation night at grad night at Disneyland
It is not the equivalent of that,
for
but it is.
Utahns. We go to Lagoon, they go to Disneyland.
We're not going to Disneyland, Brandon. Come on.
True.
But that is a good question. How far is it, like Utah County? And once you're past Utah County, it's like I'm not driving up to Lagoon.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a question we can. Just kidding. I don't care enough to know the answer to that question.
Well,
I'm gonna ask it.
let's say you're down in St. George. You meet at the school at 7 a.m. like you normally would. Takes a 4-hour ride. You're there by 11-ish. You're there for 4 hours and you're home later that night if you take a bus.
Yeah,
You could do it. You could do it.
it's doable, but it's I'd say for most Utahns, and let's say at least the upper half Utahns, it's a shared experience. Everybody gets to have that coveted Lagoon Day when you reach the end of your ninth grade year. So we got to talk about that. Figured it was also a good time to talk about work Lagoon days, which probably aren't a big thing anymore. Maybe some people still do work Lagoon Day. And I never experienced it. I'm sure you did, Nate. Ward or Steak Lagoon Day.
Yep.
So we gotta cover all that in one episode.
So basically, in ninth grade, you go to Lagoon. Sometimes companies go to Lagoon, and sometimes wards go to Lagoon. The end.
And I'm sure if you're listening to this episode, you've had one of those experiences. Thanks for listening to This Is a Place podcast.
Let's
Please let us
record the
know your
next one.
experience.
You got your wish, Matt. We went as fast as
Send
you
it to
wanted.
the internet.
I remember my ninth grade really well because something happened that hurt my soul. But
Okay.
All right, fine. We'll talk more about it. Let's hear about your ninth grade Lagoon trip, Matt.
and I think people can relate to this story. Well, first,
Hold on. Hold on. Ninth grade Lagoon Day was probably the big school event I had before Matt and I met, because then we were done with ninth grade and we met in 10th grade.
Yeah.
So take it away, Matt.
Okay. Um, Before we got to Lagoon, we got on the bus, and this kid, I believe his name was Chance. I do not remember for sure. Again, ninth grade. We're on the bus with the bus driver, and he pulls a bag of weed out of his pocket with the pipe and everything. He goes, "Hey, we're gonna go on the um, Ferris wheel and smoke this bowl. Do you want to join us?" Which I didn't even know this kid really well. It's not like we were friends. It's not like I smoked weed and people knew that about me or anything like that. It was so random. I think he was just showing off that he had a bag of weed, but I was also like, what an idiot
Was
on
it
the
really a
bus.
Capri salad?
There were some
Was it
tomatoes in
caprese
there,
salad?
a caprese salad, tomatoes, a chunk of cheese in there. But anyway, so we get to Lagoon. This is what hurt my soul, and I think your listeners, some may have had an experience like this. So I grew up playing hockey, and one of my good friends on the team, he was one of the best in the state, and he was so cool. He was just that kid that was so cool to be around. We get to Lagoon, and I saw him, and I was like, "Oh, what's up, dude?" And he was like, "Oh, hey." And we were like on the same team for years, like good close friends. But when we saw each other at Lagoon, it was like he was too cool to talk to me, and that crushed my soul. So,
That's all you remember
yeah.
about ninth grade Lagoon Day?
Oh no, I have plenty more. You want to keep talking about it?
All right, your turn, Nate.
When I was in ninth grade, I went to Lagoon. The end.
You didn't have anything interesting happen?
Um, Not really.
I mean, they shut
I
down
remember.
Lagoon, right? Like it's
Well,
not.
yeah,
It's all ninth
it,
graders all over the
right.
state. Is it one day everybody goes?
No, they do multiple days, I believe, but
Mm,
they usually at that time of year Lagoon's open on the weekends, and then the ninth grade days are usually
during the week.
during the week, and the ninth grade days are usually run by the people who are trying to get their season passes for the year, like adults that don't you normally work at Lagoon.
Mm,
Does that make sense? So I know a few people they've worked like the ninth grade days so that they can get a free pass for their family for this summer.
that's smart.
And you get your $10 an hour on top of it, right? So yeah, that's what yeah, I remember going to ninth grade. I remember like thought I was in the beginning relationship with the girl, and then it didn't work out. So it's very
You also had a heartbreak at ninth grade
it's
Lagoon
very
Day.
it's very it's very tender still. It's very hard to talk about. Not really.
I'm
So
sorry.
so I thought we were gonna hang out for the day, and then we didn't. And then just hung out with my friends. It is weird walking around Lagoon with just a bunch of kids your age. That was kind of weird. Wouldn't you say? You're not seeing a bunch of little kids or adults there. And it was fun. I think it was fun just being there with your friends. Because how often do you go to a place like Lagoon with a bunch of your friends, not just one or two?
Right.
Assuming that you have friends. Sorry about that, Matt.
That's all right. My dad paid a lot of money for me to play hockey and have friends. So, in a way, I
Okay.
paid to have friends. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Fair enough.
And my dad's still paying for me to be on this podcast too. So I've got you guys. Thanks,
It's
Dad.
nice to have some
Thanks,
income.
Dad.
What about you, Brandon? How was your um ninth grade trip? Was crap, I forgot her name. Wendy Peppercorn?
With Wendy Peppercorn.
Was
So
she there?
no, she was not.
She was
But I
she
did.
was at Laguna Beach.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I do remember that. Can I back up? I do remember because Laguna Beach open when you guys were there?
I
It was
don't think it was
open.
Don't
open for us.
remember.
I'm pretty confident it was open when we were there for some reason, and we went down the slides like fully clothed. It's probably a dumb idea, but when you're ninth
It's
grade,
disgusting.
you do dumb things. We all do.
We all do.
We all do.
I don't know if I'm confusing two separate days. There was one day when I went to Lagoon and we met some girls, me and my friend, and we both liked the same girl. Like we both wanted to hang out with this one girl, and there was like her other friend that wasn't as cute, you know. For some reason, he like really resonated with this other girl, so he got to pick her instead over me. So my heart was also kind of broken at Lagoon on my ninth grade trip. So yeah,
Ouch.
that's all I remember from my ninth grade trip.
Should I just jump to my next story then? I'm full of them
For ninth grade?
How do you
for
remember all
ninth
this
grade.
stuff from ninth grade?
Oh, it feels like yesterday.
All right.
Feels like so we're walking through we're walking from Pioneer Village to um towards Tidal Wave, and there's a girl walking holding a sign. It
Ooh, a
said
girl.
free hugs. Yeah, a girl holding a sign that said free hugs. And I said, I'm with all my friends, and I said, who would want a hug from you? I realized that's terrible. I was 15 years old. I that was awful. I would never say anything like that.
You're canceled, Matt.
Yeah. So I said that, and she was like, and we all started laughing. Like it was really rude and it was a joke, but it was still really rude. So me and my friends start laughing, and then we hear an adult behind us. She was like, she started laughing, but she was like, how rude, and was like laughing about it, but it was rude. And then there was an adult behind us that was like, hey, did he just say something to you? And she told him what I said, and we turned around, and it was our shop teacher, who was like the coolest teacher. Everybody loved him, Mr. Despain. And so he comes up and he's like, what'd you say to her? And he shoved me, full on shoved me as a joke. And I knew he was joking, but it caught me off guard that the teacher shoved me like that. And so then we were walking, and we were like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm just walking around. He was one of the chaperones. And we're like, why don't you come ride Colossus with us? So he's like, all right, I'll come ride on Colossus. So we're in line for Colossus, and he says, have you ever tried to spit at the top of the loop and catch it in your mouth at the bottom? And as a joke, I think. And we were like, no, we've never tried that. So when we go on the ride, I think I sat next to him, but maybe not. Either way, we sat all together. And then when we're getting off the ride, one of our friends is wiping his eye. And we're like, what's wrong? And he's like, dude, somebody spit and it landed in my eye.
That's disgusting.
So it could have been Mr. Despain. I would guess the adult did not do it, but still a lot of fun. So that was my ninth grade Lagoon trip. Those stories, seeing my hockey friend being denied and then getting shoved by a teacher and then going on a roller coaster with him. I did not smoke weed.
It's not at that trip.
I listened.
Did
Yeah.
you ever find that girl and apologize to her?
No,
You still know her name, right?
she didn't go to my school.
Oh.
She was a stranger.
Even worse.
Even worse. So every night when I'm about to fall asleep and I'm going through all the embarrassing things I've done in my life, that one comes up as well.
Ouch. So she's now living rent free in your head, and she's probably moved on from it.
She's probably getting plenty of hugs. And guess who's not getting any hugs?
Why is she getting plenty of hugs?
Oh, how the turntables.
Yeah. Why is she getting plenty of hugs? If she's willing to put herself out there at Lagoon and hold a sign saying free hugs, I'm sure she's an outgoing person. And generally, outgoing people get more hugs.
Any more stories, Matt? Or can we move on from ninth grade Lagoon Day?
Can we just move on from this?
I mean, this is what we do on a podcast. We share our stories, man.
I know that.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.
All right.
Brandon and I have a little heartache from ninth grade. Matt has nightmares from ninth grade. Why are we even talking about this?
This is like a trauma
I
dump.
know. This is like a, yeah.
We're working through our trauma. That's what we're doing.
Let's just move on, guys, please.
Please.
I can't handle this anymore.
Nate,
Triggered
tell
right
us about Ward Lagoon Day or Steak Lagoon Day
I
or
think it was steak. I'm pretty sure it was Steak Lagoon Day, but yeah, you would get discount tickets to go to Lagoon. And I can't remember because I'm pretty sure my dad had some work days there, but I'm like, don't know if it was work or steak. But and I know they still do this, but you buy your voucher, they give you free food. Not free food, it comes with a food voucher. Actually, the steak one, I remember once they had like a buffet type thing that you went and got your hamburgers and hot dogs
did
and
it come
stuff
with
like that.
free steak?
Steak? No,
You didn't get steak at your Steak Lagoon Day?
no.
Freaking hilarious.
But yeah,
That's what
I remember they feel like they did that every year. I feel that's when we went to Lagoon. We either went to Lagoon because it was a work thing, steak thing, and then every once in a while, then our cousins would want to. And I bet you my cousins probably came on one of those days where we could get cheap tickets.
do you think there are still steaks doing steak day at Lagoon?
Oh,
I
Or is
don't
it
up
think
up north for sure, right?
it's gotta be I think it's too
possibly.
busy. It's too
That's what I'm
popular.
thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Because you don't see the pavilions being used like they used to be when I was younger.
That's
Right.
true.
You would go and it'd just be like company, 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 company.
Mm,
Yeah. And I
Now we
feel like
go
I
to the
still do you still see like on Facebook Marketplace or KSL people advertising they have a Lagoon Pass with food? So I'm assuming they still do stuff like that, but it's probably more for events. Like they do like that dance competition that was a month or two ago, and you had to pay X amount of dollars just to be a spectator, or you have to pay the full fare to get in if you want to ride the rides. So I wonder if they do stuff like that where you can buy a food voucher.
Man, we should have done an episode on the dance competitions there. That's been going on since I was a
next
little
time,
kid.
Matt. Next time.
Has it?
We can't do all the
Next,
heavy hitters every Lagoon summer.
we just can't
Next
talk
time.
about all about Lagoon in one episode. We need a whole summer for that.
There will be no next time, probably. I think the listeners haven't spoken up yet, but I'm sure they'll speak up and
It's
say
because
like,
they've all disappeared.
Our 12 listeners have
Like, how
please.
much can they
we're
talk about Lagoon?
we're back down to 5 listeners again. So gotta rebuild.
Actually,
It's a rebuilding season
Brick
year.
by brick.
I'm just here to tear you guys down.
They'll come
What
back
a Lagoon Day.
for October. Everybody
they'll
loves
be
the
back.
Oktoberfest.
They'll be back. Soon you'll see. You'll remember you belong to me.
What the heck?
You'll be,
never seen
you'll be
Hamilton?
back. Time will tell.
My daughter apparently does like a Hamilton rap or something. Is that?
Oh,
That's the whole play.
That's the whole thing. Yeah, it's 3 hours of rap.
It's all
I
rap
think she
music.
has like a. I don't. Is it?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
You should watch it. It's really
Okay.
good, Nate.
So I mean, Matt's never seen Airplane or Naked Gun. You've never seen Hamilton?
I think I started it one day, and that's as far as I got.
If you
Kinda like
started it,
Wicked.
you would know it's a rap.
Would
Unless
I?
you got like 20 seconds in.
How do I not know? Like probably 20.
The
seconds,
first
maybe 2
song
minutes.
is a rap, Nate.
Is it? Well, how do I know?
Are you
that
sure you're watching the right
whole thing-
Hamilton?
No, the Disney Plus version.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Um,
You must have the Disney minus version.
Oh yeah.
what did you hear that Hulu's going away? It's just going to be on Disney Plus.
Thank goodness.
Just one. I think not till like next year, but anyways,
Work Lagoon Day. Did you guys go to Work Lagoon Day? Nate, you said you did.
I'm pretty sure I did.
With what company?
You're not going to believe it. Apple Computer.
What?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Enron.
Enron.
You're like,
Lehman Brothers.
like my dad was the university sales rep. There's actually quite a few of them here when he first started. Then he became like the only one in like the region, like for Utah, Colorado, Wyoming, something like that. But there was plenty of times growing up where we thought he's not going to have a job because Apple's going to go under. It's not even close to going under now. So back in the day, Apple wasn't as big as it used to be. It is now.
Should have
But
Oh,
bought
yeah,
look
for
at
some in
them now.
sure.
stock.
I could be wrong, but maybe I'm just mistaking steak Lagoon Day for an Apple business day. But I can't tell you anything about going during those things besides the food. That's all that matters was the food.
I think the last time I went to a work Lagoon Day was when my dad took us, and it was like a ride home from my mission, 2014, I think, or maybe it's 2015 actually. It's the last time I went to a work Lagoon Day.
And you didn't invite us?
I don't think I knew you.
You didn't know me?
I mean, you were married and doing your own thing.
As soon as you got home from your mission, I took you on a date.
Yes, I know, but like
We made
you
a big
you had a
purchase
wife.
together,
What was I gonna do? Invite you and your wife to come with me to Lagoon?
or me and my lawnmower.
You and your lawnmower?
We made that purchase together, remember?
Yeah, it was that moment I realized that I couldn't really be your true friend until I got married as well and we're on the same level. It's like, well, see you in a few years, Matt.
Yeah.
Hold on. How quickly after your mission did you get married, Matt?
I
I
drove
think
home
he set
from
his date. I think he had his was planning
Did
his
you
wedding
propose
while
to your
on his
wife? Like,
mission.
did you propose to your wife via letter?
no. I drove home from Portland, Oregon, September 11th. I was released September 11th. I proposed September 27th. We got married November 12th.
Holy crap.
He
And
doesn't
then
mess
we had
around.
Macy November 13th. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not good at math, but that's not mathing. You drove home for your mission?
Yeah, my family came and picked me up.
That's
They
what
stopped on the way to a few breweries and did a few concerts. And then, yeah, we drove home, drove straight through, woke up at like 3 in the morning, drove home. And my dad at that time still worked for the same company he worked for when I went to his Lagoon work day, which was Rocky Mountain Machinery. I shouldn't say their names. But yeah, it was, I know I have the memory of going, like I know we went for the work days, but growing up, we went so often that I don't have any specific memories. I know we ate there, and I think I had a hamburger or something, but like nothing specific. Um, so yeah,
I think the work days when I was younger. So it was interesting. So it was my dad's birthday party this past weekend, and we threw a party with some friends and family, and one of his old boss and his son, who I thought was pretty cool when I knew him, back in those days. They were both there. So a lot of my memories of Work Lagoon Day were from them. And so that was kind of cool to see them and remember the Work Lagoon days of the olden times. But that was similar to you. Like if I went to Lagoon, it was for Work Lagoon Day. Or I don't think we would really go to Lagoon outside of that when I was growing up. Because you just had to go once a year and it was paid for. Yeah.
should we do a podcast Lagoon Day?
Oh. Do you think the reason they don't really have Work Lagoon Day as much anymore is because it's just too darn expensive for that?
It's just too darn expensive.
Well, I think Matt brought up a good point earlier. I think it's
It's
the ground's
crowded.
so much crowded.
They don't Lagoon doesn't need people to do Work Lagoon Day.
Or maybe they are
Like in
still
the
doing it.
earlier days, did they need those Work Lagoon days to fill the park? And
I would think it helped bring in some revenue because they didn't have all those cool rides they have now. Back in my day, Fire Dragon Colossus was the big ride. And I was scared to death of it when I was a kid.
same. The first time I rode Cannibal was at that last Work Lagoon Day in 2015.
So are they still doing it?
I'm sure companies still do. And I think
I'm
We're
sure
just
they
not.
do. They got to do group discounts. I'm sure companies still doing it.
That's what I was gonna say. They probably do more of that than let's everybody go to Lagoon the same day and bring your families. I think they give them vouchers or discounts. And I still get one for being like alumni from my, from college. Like I can still get those every year if I wanted to. It's not the same. Like they probably get better vouchers for work Lagoon days, right? But I just think there's a lot more. Well, I think companies don't do that kind of stuff like quite like they used to. But there also is not that incentive for Lagoon to bring all those people in. Like it's not financially necessary or savvy to offer that. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they made good money on it, but they just don't need it anymore.
Right.
I have looked at Lagoon's website. There is a page for corporate days, corporate parties. And so I have found a hack of how we can get in for $70.95 plus tax per ticket. If we can get a group of 1,000 people to go, we will only have to pay $70.95.
Well, if you do 25, Matt, it's only $76.95.
Well, here's the crazy. That's okay. Collect and build ticket program. I don't know the difference, but group discount day, a group of 25 or more, it says during the regular season, it's $90. And during Frightmares, it's $92.
Wow.
So anyway, you can schedule your event. You have to schedule 4 weeks in advance. But yeah, it lists, let's see, corporate parties, family events, school days, group discounts, community events. I would guess church would fall under community. Let's see what we got here.
I remember back in my day, you could go to Lagoon with a can of Coke.
I'm not even joking. When we were in junior high, I went with my friends, and during Frightmares, you'd get discount tickets at school, and tickets were $25
Dang.
for
Well, I believe
Frightmares.
wasn't
Yeah,
Lagoon tickets back in the 90s and 2000s only like $49 to get
Mm-hmm.
in?
And you had the bounce
yeah,
backs.
And the bounce backs. Bounce backs are gone, right?
Oh yeah.
yeah. Bounce back's gone. We better not dwell on this topic too long.
Lagoon prices are not too high. They're perfect for the market and exactly what we want to pay. And you get the best value.
I'd prefer to pay more. I just want to support them. I would pay more.
Is there a donate spot on this website here or on their app?
Yeah.
Oh,
So Matt has a season pass, but he still goes and buys a day pass every time he goes. That way he
And
gets.
I
could
thought
give
the
it to
season
somebody.
pass just gave me the right to buy a ticket every time I go.
So he gets.
It's
he
it's
says-
like a
season-
reservation.
The season pass, yes, it's a reservation. It's also to get you into the parking lot.
But you have to pay to park, don't you?
That's to hang the tag in your car.
Oh, but that doesn't. The tag's just for a status symbol. It doesn't actually pay for.
Yeah.
Okay. Glad we established that. Lots of fun events from our earlier days. I'm sure ninth grade Lagoon Day is still a hoot. I'm sure there's some Kaysville, Farmington wards that somehow have enough money in the budget to do a ward Lagoon Day.
Hold on. The Farmington area, most of the people work at Lagoon, so it's very cheap for them to go.
Oh, good point.
So Ward Lagoon Day is just every day because they're all working there.
Basically.
Good point. They all have season passes. They don't need to have a Ward Lagoon Day. They all have season passes up there. That's where they send their kids to be babysat.
Yeah.
We're being too negative. Lots of great memories. We just can't remember a lot of them because we're too old. It was too long ago. But let us know what your favorite ninth grade ward or work Lagoon Day is.
Please let us know.
Somebody, please.
And please
Are there
tell us
any
how excited
listeners?
you are for a whole other 3 months of Lagoon talk.
Let's do that. Let's just start with, can somebody please let us know if someone's listening to our podcast?
Please.
Let's
Please
start there.
just reach out.
Start there. And then if you feel inclined, you can let us know about your Lagoon Day. But
All our listeners wake up Wednesday morning or Thursday morning or Friday morning, whenever the episodes happen to come out. Check their podcast app. Oh, they're still talking about Lagoon, and they just delete it. But guess
Skip
what?
it.
We don't care because we committed. Whenever we committed back at the beginning of the summer, we were going to do this, and we're going to do it till it's done. We've got how many more episodes of this?
3.
3 more episodes, and hopefully they're good ones. I'm just going to say that.
I'm close to closing it in on a job. So if I get a job, then we can end. But if I don't get a job, 2 more months of Lagoon.
We are basically just the unofficial Lagoon podcast at this point.
mm-hmm.
I don't
So
think
there-
anyone's
Yeah.
committed this much to a podcast on Lagoon. In fact, I can definitively say that nobody has talked this much about Lagoon on a podcast. That's quite an accomplishment. And thanks for being on this journey with us, all 0 of you. Thank you for listening to This Is a Place podcast.
I love Lagoon.
Bye now.